All right, Calgary, we are back, and it's time to continue our NHL 26 GM mode commentary with the Calgary Flames. We are in office, we are ready to start simulating, we are live streaming right now. Look at all the emotes, look at my freaking live stream scouts, ladies and gentlemen. We got YouTube, Twitch, and Kick all freaking in one chat, thank God. And we are ready to go for year number 2. So in this video, I want to let you guys know the plan. We are going to be simulating all the way up until December 1st, right? The month of October is when you start the NHL season, October 8th. We're going to simulate till November 1st, but that's a small sample size. We might be a winning team, we might be a losing team, it might be all over the place, right? So we are going to just simulate till November 1st, take a look at our advanced analytics, take a look at who's playing well, who's doing what, and then simulate again till December 1st, and at that point, we're going to call it. You guys can then chime in on YouTube. I was reading all your comments. I got my live stream scouts right here. And it seems like everyone, I was wondering, how do Calgary Flame fans view their team? Didn't seem like anyone was saying, Johnny, you got to win a Stanley Cup with Nazem Kadri or Jonathan Hubert, though. Most of the freaking comments were just, Johnny, get these old guys out of here and start fresh. Although, everyone wanted me to keep Zane Perrick, right? Now, let me bring up Zane Perrick here just quickly. A medium elite, a young prospect, offensive defenseman in there. What the fuck is going on? I'm trying to start my freaking live stream, man. And oh, man, here we go. Let me tell you. I can't edit it out. Zane Perrick, medium elite, 78 overall, a real stud of a player, and he's an offensive defenseman. And you guys know I always like to get an offensive defenseman like this. The only reason I was suggesting that we might need to train Zane Perrick is because Tej Aginla, not Tej Aginla, thank you very much for correcting me. Tej Aginla, I mean, who would the Utah Mammoth want back from our team? This would be the ideal asset for them to acquire because they got all those forwards. They need a defender. Now, if I can get Tej Aginla for something else, like a Rasmus Anderson, like a pair of seconds and a prospect, I'll do it. But I'm going to let all of you know that either at this year's trade deadline or at the draft, we are acquiring Tej Aginla. It's as simple as that. All right, so we're going to be getting the simulation started. Before we do, I just want to let you guys know about the coaching staff. I have already reassigned all of our scouts to the minor league systems. I'm not leaving them in the NHL. I got 2 scouts everywhere, and I actually have 3 more roster spots available for scouts and 500,000. So we're actually going to go in here and get an American scout, US of A. There you go. I'm actually going to sort by efficiency over here. No, not X Factor, efficiency. There you go. A B-. Here we go. Just so they can get done a little bit faster. Sanders. All right, Sanders. Carter Sanders. I will sign you 3 years, 100,000. I got 500,000 to work with, so we're going to be fine. And we're also going to go to Europe because I didn't have any scouts in, I think it's NLA and Extraliga or Dell, like Germany, one of them. These 2 guys at the top. Belanger, Georges Belanger, 6 years, there you go, buddy. And Valaquette, oh man, that's a good name from the past, right? With our Utah Yeti, Valaquette, V's, baby. So I will sign him. I will assign him to the right leagues, right? It's going to take a couple of days. We know the coaching staff. We're going to take care of that in the offseason. And we just got to see what we have here in year number 1. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to talk it over with my live stream scouts, and we are going to edit the lines and get the simulation underway. Come on. All right, Calgary. We spent some time. We edited our lines, and year number 1 is going to be rough for the Calgary Flames. Now we're going to give it a go in the first and second month. We're going to see if we can actually win. I'm not deliberately tanking, but chemistry and the overalls on this team, it is not looking good. So we got Huberdeau, Kadri, and Coronado, basically the sniper playmaker two-way combination. Connor Zary, Morgan Frost, and Blake Coleman. I was wondering, should we play our captain Backlund there? But at 36, we want to see if we can develop Morgan Frost. So we're going to try that out. Same thing with Blake Coleman. Blake Coleman and Rasmus Anderson are more than likely going to be trade bait for me this year. I know Rasmus is. Blake's got another year after this, but we'll see, right? That means the third line is Joel Farabee, Michael Backlund, and Igor Sharangovich. Fourth line, Pospisil, Kirkland, and Hanzig. So it starts to drop off big time. Defensively, we're going to go with Mackenzie Weegar and Rasmus Anderson. We want to try to drive up the value for Rasmus Anderson. And like I said, I'm not deliberately tanking year number 1, but look at this then, man. Jake Bean, Kevin Ball, oh my god. Zane Perrick, I was wondering, should we play this guy in the AHL? The YouTube, Twitch, and Kick Scouts all said, no, you got to play him in the NHL. So this guy, he's going to be suffering. We're giving him some power play time as well, but look at our power play, -3. -3. We're going to have those coaching conversations at the first of every month, right? And the first one up, that's November 1st. The freaking October is going to be brutal for us, man. Look at that. Look at that crap. Second line power play looks like that. All right, Zane Perrick, Connor Zary, Sharon Govich, Backlund, and Anderson. But at least the penalty kill. We got a bunch of two-way forwards on this team. It's not looking horrible. Backlund, Coleman, Weegar, Anderson, Kadri, Farabee, Ball, Miramonov. Then it gets weak. Frost, Zary, Bean, and Perek. But we don't have any minus chemistry there. Extra lines, just going with basically what we saw on the 5v5 lines. Kadri and Huberdeau. Frost with Coronado. Backlund with Zary. We're giving the ice time to the players that we want. In the net, we got Dustin Wolf. And scratch players, we got Lomberg, Klapka, and Handley. And when it comes to the AHL, we just got to get through this first year. We got some players that were playing like Matvey Gridin, drafted at 28th overall in 2024. So we'll play this guy. This is a created player from the rosters, right? Luke Misa. Notice how it doesn't say when he was drafted because the game doesn't know. That's a created player. We're going to play him on the third line. Defensively, we got Hunter Brustovitz, medium top 4, 74 overall. We're going to play him. But other than that, really not much in the AHL right now, right? So I really don't have to focus on the AHL. We'll do best lines a bunch for them. And that means we can get this season started. But before we do that, we got some conversations with some season goals, right? So we'll stay on board here just to show you guys season goals. At the beginning of every month, I like to talk to my players, try to get chemistry. But at preseason, where we're at right now, you can actually set some goals for players. And if they achieve those goals, they actually go up in attributes, right? Now, it's going to be hard to set goals for these players because we're not a great team. But Jonathan Huberdeau, let's say I give you a long-term focus, dude. I want to give you a stat challenge of getting assists. Can Huberdeau get 50 assists this year? If he does, he can get a +1 or +5 or anyone in between to his passing. Challenge accepted. I don't know, man. That is gonna be rough. So I'm gonna go through the rest of the team, coaching conversations, power of video editing. All right, Calgary. So we went through all the conversations. We gave some challenges for NHL players like Mackenzie Weegar, Naz Kadri, Jonathan Huberdeau, trying to raise their value. Coronado, we're going to see if he can score some goals. Connor Zary, we're going to see if he can get some assists in there. We got Zane Perrick trying to get some assists as well. I don't know if this team is going to be able to achieve any of those challenges because I don't know about the simulation. We also did the exact same thing for some AHL talent, right? We got this guy at the top. What was his name again? We got the defenseman, Brustovitz. We're trying to get him assists. Gridden, we're trying to get him assists, so we'll see who can grow for our Calgary Flames. And before we start the simulation, just so I can show you guys, here is the record book for the Calgary Flames. On the right side, the all-time leader, already Michael Backlund, our captain, played 17 years with the Calgary Flames. But in that time, he's played less games than Jerome McGinley, who played over 1,200. Backlund might get there if I hold on to him for another 3 seasons. He ain't catching Jerome in goals. He ain't catching him or Al McInnes in assists. Look at the amount of points. He's played more freaking seasons than Jerome, but got way less points, man. Penalty minutes. And look at there at the bottom. Dustin Wolf for wins and shutouts. He can catch Mika Kiprasov, right? But it's going to be a while. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are ready to get the simulation done. We got preseason. We're not going to worry about jumping in for preseason games. We can do that in the future when I have some good young talent that we can see how they're playing. But just to get like a regular season simulation, other teams are not playing their top squads as well. But how does our team look, man? Oh, yeah. Hang on a second. Right, my scout's coming in. I might as well fix this, and I can keep you guys on board just to show you how boring this shit can be. Coaching staff. So we got our 3 brand new scouts. Let's see where they are. Yeah, so this guy got, I got 2 in Germany and I got 2 in Extra Liga. We don't need that. So I'm going to move this guy. I need the NLA and I need Extra Liga, is it? Hang on a second. The first one, going to move this guy to the NLA. So we got 1 in Germany. We got 1 in the NLA. I got 2 in Extra Liga, so I need 1 in Ice. We'll take the guy with the lower region. Just we'll keep the guy with the A+ for that region in, and we'll move him to ice. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, right? So I got 1 scout in every European region. I got 2 in the US Central now, and I got 2 in each of the CHL, the QMJHL, the OHL, and the WHL. There's my 20 scouts, and if you take a look at the bottom right corner, scout salary, I'm still below the 2.9, so I did not exceed my limits, my budget, essentially, right? So there you go. We got the scouts hired, coaching staff taken care of, the line changes for the AHL and the NHL. We've got our conversations done, and now we get, look at this. The Calgary Flames 3-0 to start preseason. 3-1-1, 5 games in. Oh, 4-1-1. Is this an indicator? What the fuck? 5-1-1 to start the year for the Calgary Flames, man. Unbelievable. Now, we've already run into a bunch of glitches in this game, so I'm terrified of losing the save file. So I'm going to be coming over here to save file every now and then. You know what? We need a save file emote. We need a save emote so you guys can spam it for me. Opening night. Damn, we got back-to-back Calgary. This is the start of your freaking season. The Toronto Maple Leafs have the easiest roster, easiest schedule of all the NHL teams, while Calgary's got to go back-to-back to start their NHL's year on the road as well, man. So we're going to be doing a real-time simulation, and what's great about a real-time simulation, this mimics the playoffs, right? So if we were up against the Edmonton Oilers, Connor Zary, there it is, opening up the goal scoring for the Calgary Flames. If we were facing the Edmonton Oilers in a playoff series, this is the kind of simulation that we would have, right? And I noticed that this simulation is typically different than the real-time sim during the regular season. For that, it's like the coach and chemistry matters. For this, I notice it's the overall. And Joel Farabee is going to score. Stuart Skinner, what the hell are you doing, buddy? The Calgary Flames up 2-0. Come on, man. Second period underway. You know what? One of the things I've always questioned in the NHL games, look at Kadri scored a power play goal. We're up 3-0. One of the things I always questioned was goaltending, because I felt like goalies really didn't influence the sim. I wonder if EA Sports has changed that a little bit in the last couple of years, because last time around, who was it? Gabriel Daig with Philadelphia. He was fantastic. And this time around, Dustin Wolf, he is working the Edmonton Oilers right now. Oh, is it Isaac Howard? A young prospect there for Edmonton, getting the chance. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Farabee, a second goal of the game. Connor McDavid got them back to within 2. But the Calgary Flames up 5-2 here, opening night. This is what I want to see. We're not deliberately tanking. That's next year, right? When Landon DuPont is going first overall, we are tanking next year. What a game. What an opening night. GM Superb, man, in the box in Edmonton. And we get a round of applause from our freaking fans there. Battle of Alberta goes Calgary's way. Hell yeah, baby. We got 6 on Stuart Skinner. Let's take a look at our away stats, right? So it's really like, we'll be an autopilot for the simulation when we know we have a good team. But when we're just getting started, I want to read into all these stats, right? So Huberdeau, 2 points. Frost, 2 points. Farabee. Oh, hell yeah, man. Pluses across the board. No one was a minus. And goaltenders, 941 save percentage for Dustin Wolf. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now, when it comes to the shot totals, right? All the players that are at the top of the NHL for shots typically average between 4 and 5 shots a game. There's Kadri. Farabee might be a shooter, right? I don't know. Zane takes 4 shots, but defenders throw everything on the net. They always have a lower shooting percentage. I'm looking for the forwards in there. Coronado only took 2. Zary only took 2. Now, it's one game, right? This is what I'm talking about, why I want to simulate all the way up until December 1st. We need a real sample size. So, sim to the next game. Now, let's see if any injuries pop up. Nothing. So, there is the playoff simulation. Now, let me show you what the next type of simulation is, right? Instead of watching the first period, we just skip it. First period, bang, 0-0. Second period, bang, 2-1 Calgary. Sharon Govich and Jake Bean. Oh my God, are we going to start the year 2-0? Third period, Jake DeBrusk ties it up. And you all know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Overtime. Let's jump in. All right, Calgary, it's overtime. 3v3 in Rogers Arena. The Vancouver Canucks tied the game up there in the third. Jonathan Huberdeau trying to get around. Petey can't do it, right? So let's see how much of a shit show this is going to be. Jake DeBrusk, he had the game-tying goal on his stick. Centers it there. Quinn Hughes. Can't find DeBrusque. Backdoor. McKenzie. Oh, man. Oh, what a save, Dustin Wolf. There it is, buddy. There it is. Go, Huberdeau. Go, Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau. Oh, my God. What a fucking save. With the Thatcher Demko. What did he just do? I'll have to get a replay of that one, ladies and gentlemen. I will have to get a replay of that one. Someone remind me after the game. Thatcher Demko flipping and flopping. What a flip pass. Dude, if you caught that, that would have been unbelievable. Mackenzie Weegar. Oh, wow. What a freaking pizza he sent up there. Elias Pettersson. No, that's not Elias Pettersson. Jake DeBrusque now. Partial break. He's dead tired. And Dustin Wolf with another save there. Coronado moves it up to Frost. DeBrusque, he's getting chance after chance. And Dustin Wolf makes that save. All right. All right. Let's bring out the next lines, man. So slow. That is the Weegar special, Johnny. The Marner pass. Did you guys see Mitch Marner last night? Playing against, what was it, Minnesota? He's on a breakaway in overtime, and he dropped the freaking puck again. The Marner pass, man. Why does he do it? Save percentage on the year for Dustin Wolf, a 9.42. Ooh, the new, what's it called? The new broadcast, right? Allows us to see all the stats. All right, so I got Morgan Frost out there with Coronado up against Philip Hedl and Connor Garland with Roenick at the point. Roenick has it. Hedl, oh, they got full pressure. Garland, quick shot, but a better save there by Dustin Wolf. Come on, boys. We got to get this puck down the ice. Rasmus Andersson, let's go, buddy. Morgan Frost, my former Philadelphia Flyer players. Frosty, he's dead tired from that full pressure. Dead tired from that full pressure. Back to the point. Zary shot. It's low on the ice. A clapper that he sends in there like Brett Hull, man. Don't get caught. Don't get caught there, Morgan Frost. 3:35 left here in overtime. In the middle, Connor Zary! Connor Zary from Morgan Frost! And the Calgary Flames, they win the second game of the season, baby. Back-to-back, Edmonton and Vancouver. And we are 2-0 to start the year. Getting those points early, baby. Come on! Yes. So Jonathan Huberdeau gets like a partial break. He doesn't have that foot speed, man, that he maybe once had. Gets a shot off. What in the hell? What are you doing? Thatcher Demko, it's like he fell backwards or something. I got this. Let me just kick it. Dude, you belong in the 80s with a save like that. Butterfly, nothing. Butterfly, nothing, baby. I don't think I've seen that save in this game just yet. What triggered Thatcher Demko to look like Martin fucking Biron right there? Oh my God, man. But then we fast forward. We fast forward, ladies. You know what? Watch this. This is faster. Don't fast forward. Back out and then go backwards. Calgary Flames, look at Morgan Frost go right here, man. Connor Garland, you got nothing on him. Oh, get off me, bitch. Look at this. Connor Garland going in with a stupid little stick lift. And get that shit out of here. Get that weak shit out of here, man. They both overskate the puck. Yeah. Morgan Frost winning that puck battle against little old Connor Garland. And then he centers it right there. Connor Zary jumps in on Philip Hedl and Roenick. Two Vancouver Canucks right behind him. Oh, man. Thatcher Demko went for a poke check. What a goof. Blocker side wide open. Calgary 2-0. To start the year. All right, Calgary. So look at that. 6-2 win over Edmonton. 3-2 win in overtime over Vancouver. So you've seen the playoff sim. You've seen the quick sim where we jump in. It's the same kind of same system where you're actually jumping in there, but you simulate past it, and then you just have this kind of sim. It's the regular season simulation. You just advance past the day just like that. And the great thing, 6-1, what in the hell, man? The great thing about the franchise mode now, they have actually added in box score. So I go down here to Calgary, and I take a look at the St. Louis Blues. Connor Zary, another game winner. Connor Zary be sniping them right now. Home stats, let me see here. Huberdeau, 2 points. Blake Coleman, 2. Zary, 2. Coronado, 2. Pluses across the board. Kevin Ball, all you guys were shitting on Kevin Ball. My man just went +4. All right, where's the apologies? Where's the apologies right now? You guys calling him a plug, saying that his contract is bad. I mean, he's a shutdown, stay-at-home defensive defenseman. 1 goal, +4. Freaking +4, man. How about that? And goaltend. Dustin, I got a goaltender. I got a goaltender. All right, this is a weird year. All of a sudden, am I holding on to Rasmus Andersson? Going on a cup run? What the hell is happening? Sim to next game. Oh my God, it's Mitch Marner. It is Mitch Marner, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know what? I kind of want to jump in. Let me see what Mitch can do. We're on a roll right now. Home ice advantage up against the Knights. First period. There you go. Oh, you son of a bitch, Mitch. All right. Riley Smith and Mitch Marner. A lead for the Vegas Golden Knights. We're about to lose our first game of the season. Second period. We get it back to within one. Pospisil. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing some gameplay at the end, but we can save some later on in the simulation. Third period. Oh, man. And Mitch Marner's going to get the game winner. Barbashev makes it 3-1 for the Vegas Golden Knights. So in a loss, let's see who played well, who didn't. I'm not going to shit on anyone for -1s, -2 for Rasmus Anderson. That's him and Mackenzie Weegar. It's fine. You're going to lose some games. You're not going to go 82-0, especially with a team like that. And Connor Zary, our first injury, has been injured with a strained hammy. His estimated return is October 21st. So if I just go to replace player like that, sim to the next game, I'd love to see what our lineup looks like with Connor Zary out of there. We're going to put Klapka in. That's not good enough. I got to be proactive with these changes. So we're going to just move the right wingers up. Klapka goes down to that fourth line, all right? Now, hang on a second. Power play. Frost, you're in there. I think I can give Sharon Govich is already getting some time. I'm going to put Blake Coleman in on the power play. We don't need to throw games here. We need to try to get as many as we can early. Penalty kill, Backlund, Coleman, Farabee, Kadri, and then Klapka and Frost. Let me go Huberdeau. Huberdeau, let's go, buddy. You have to kill some penalties. You're making $10.5 million per year. Let's go, buddy. So I'm not going to always show you guys my changes for injuries, but we'll do it every now and then, especially when it's quick. Next up, the Utah Mammoth. We want them to have a good season. I want Tisha Ginla, baby. Here we go. Let's see at the simulation. A 4-3 overtime win. What in the hell is going on here, Calgary? We are simulating well. The revenge game up against the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's see here. Simulate past that game, and that is a 5. We are, you know what? This is the complete opposite of what Calgary was last season. Calgary couldn't win a game after regulation ended. They were horrible in overtime and in the shootout. And this year, man, we're getting it done. We are getting it done. Next up, the Winnipeg Jets. I don't even really want to slow this down, right? If it's a good thing, don't slow it down. Winnipeg Jets, multiple players on Calgary are now eligible to be dressed. All right, so let me go back to editing my lines. Who is back? Zary is back. All right, so now I'll just take Klapka out for Zary. Move them back up the lineup, exact same way, even though we were winning some games. And then the power play, Zary goes in there for Blake Coleman. And I know it's a lot of micromanaging, but the injuries are kind of nice because you do allow yourself the chance to play other players. And I don't want it to be too easy, where you just get a team and you're good forever, right? You need to have some injuries in there just so you gotta prepare for them, right? You gotta get some younger players where they don't get claimed through waivers, and there's a whole system that you can do. And that's a 3-0 loss to the Winnipeg Jets. Oui, les Montreal Canadiens. 16th in the NHL for goals for per game. Goals against per game, not great. We're keeping the puck out. We're scoring some goals. Our penalty kill is 9th. Hell yeah, man. Let's just keep it going. We're going to lose 2 in a row for the first time this year. Whoa, man. Zane Perrick has been injured with back spasms. A 19 or 18-year-old having back spasms? That's not good for the future, man. Back injuries on a teenager, back injuries. All right, so he's just going to get replaced, and that's a 4-2 loss right there to the Montreal Canadiens. Let's get to the end of the month here before we start doing any line changes. I got to accept the losses just like the wins. All right, the Winnipeg Jets, we lost to them 2 games ago. Let's see what we got. That's a 6-2 love. We're coming back down to earth now, Calgary. We are coming back down to earth. Looks like Samuel Honzig was playing with a lingering injury. That's fine. We're 5-4-0 now. Oh, man, it was such a good start. The New York Rangers, let's see, can they score goals in this simulation now? Oh, no. And after a great start, we're 5-5-0. The Toronto Maple Leafs, 5-3-1. I got to jump in the Toronto Maple Leaf game. Got to see it. Kadri against his old team. Let's go. First period in Scotiabank Arena. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Zary, Anderson, and Huberdeau. After the losing streak, the boys came to play. Second, oh no. Domi and Nicholas Waugh get the Leafs back to within 1. Calgary, what's going on? Dustin Wolf, I got my eyes on you here. Can you shut it down? Third period, he shuts it down. Dustin Wolf is an X factor for our team. I just got to surround this guy with some pieces, but Dustin Wolf in the real-time simulation could be nice for us, man. Goalies, 9-4, yeah, hell yeah. Dustin Wolf looks like he's going to be good, man. So we want to try to develop this guy as much as we can. That is the, by the way, what's our AHL team name? The Wranglers or, oh shit, Wranglers, yeah, the Calgary, so it's in Calgary as well. So it's the Calgary Flames and the Calgary Wranglers, all right. Got it. It's a 3-2 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's sim to the next game. We got one more game up against the Ottawa Senators. Hey, Climax, it's your team, buddy. Let's see. Can we beat the Sens before we get to the first? A 4-3 win. All right, so sim to the next game. Let's get a save in there. Hang on a second. Don't want to lose anything. And we've got our first month done. Now, it's only like 2/3 of a month. It's not a full month. We're going to be getting the next month done as well. But let's take a look at all the stats. Absolutely everything. This is where you guys got to go nuts in the comment section now, right? If you notice just some little nugget that I haven't noticed, point it out to me, all right? So we're just going to look at the Pacific Division, not the entire NHL. The Calgary Flames right now sitting in third with a record of 7-5-0. Edmonton up there, Vancouver up there. Oh my God. Now, remember about the Vegas Golden Knights. We have their first rounder for this season. We want them to miss the playoffs, right? So that's good. I mean, it's only 11 games in, but that's good, man. That is good. Goals for per game. Let's see. Just our division. Anaheim, 3.4. Look at that. We're scoring. We're scoring more than Edmonton. What in the hell? Goals against per game. We have let in the most goals against, though. So, man, does Dustin Wolf have a good... Are we just getting obliterated in shot totals every game? Like, is every team getting 40 shots a game? So Dustin Wolf still has a good save percentage? We are letting in way too much. Defense is ass. Yeah, I guess so. Power play percentage, not great as well. 12.5%. We're almost like 1 for every 10. You know what I mean? 1 for every 8, I think that is. So we've got to improve that drastically. Time shorthanded, that doesn't really tell the whole story. And our penalty kill is, what the hell, dead last. So special teams is a problem. Well, we're terrible at home, 1-4-0, and we're great on the road, 6-1-0. Okay, so let's take a look now at the player stats for our team. We'll start off with the forwards first, ladies and gentlemen. Huberdeau, point per game. Wee. Coronado, 7 goals in 12 games. Okay. Morgan Frost, 10 assists. What the hell? Connor Zeri's got some goals. Nazem Kadri, not so much. Coronado looks like he shoots the puck, man. He's got the same amount of shots as Kadri does. So that's good. Coronado could be a scorer for us this year. Farabee, Coleman, Backlund, Sharangovich. All right, so nothing really to write home about here. Samuel Honzig. Do we want to send this guy back down to the AHL so he can develop? He's only getting 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes of time on ice, right? He is a fourth liner, but could we get somebody better? Now, we got to go another month, but that's a question I pose to you in the comment section if you're watching on YouTube right now. Are we stunting this guy's growth? And given the fact that he's only 77 overall, I could find an easy replacement for that, right? Wouldn't cost me too much. We probably have a replacement. Mackenzie Weegar, 10 points. Nice. Rasmus Anderson, 4 points, but 3 goals. Kevin Ball, a +4. Jake Bean, nice. Miramanov, -1. Zane Perrick. Same question goes to Zane Perrick. Should he be sent down to the AHL? He's got 1 point in 8 games played, man. How much ice time is he getting? He's getting plenty of ice time. Defensemen do play. He's getting 14 minutes. Should we send him down to the AHL as well? And Dustin Wolf, yeah, with a save percentage of .918, but yet we're letting in the most amount of goals in our division. We're letting in way too many shots. We're giving up so many shots, man. And just for fun, let's take a look around the NHL and see who's starting off on fire. Brady Tkachuk, Climax, go nuts, buddy. My boy, Nate McKinnon, taking 60 shots on the year. Lucas Raymond, Timmy Stutzel. All right, Tim Stutzel and Brady Tkachuk are doing fantastic. Climax loves it. There you go. Nate Dogg with 10 goals on the year. Let's see assists. Martin Nate, I told you, Martin Natchez. See that simulation? Natchez and Makar. McKinnon shoots it. I told you guys about that. All right, know what I'm talking about. Goaltenders. Let's see who's got the most wins. Yeah, Sergei Bobrovsky, 932. Jesus, Hellebuck. Jesus. We don't have anything like that. And rookie skaters, Ryan Leonard with 7. Beckett Seneca in there. Where is Demidov? Demidov, what the hell? I don't even know where he is. Maybe no points just yet for Demidov with the Montreal Canadiens. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. gentlemen. I want to know what you guys have to say. And now what we have is conversations. At the beginning of every month, I can work on conversations to try to build up our chemistry. So I'll take care of this with the YouTube, Twitch, and Kick Scouts, and we'll be back to simulate the month of November. All right, Calgary. So we spent a good 10-15 minutes. It felt a lot longer talking to all these players, and I think EA Sports added or updated or did something because a majority of the players actually accepted my chemistry talks, right? I think there's only like 1 or 2 players that said no. So look at what we got now. Huberdeau, Kadri, and Coronado a +2. Kadri was the only one to say no. Second line, Blake Coleman, Frost, and Zary a +1, right? Sharangovich and Backlund and Farabee are no longer a -1 on that third line. And Pospisil, Kirkland, and Honzig. Zane Parekh is still out with an injury. We're waiting for him to come back. Hanley is in there. Unfortunately, I couldn't change Parekh's chemistry because he's injured. But look at Rasmus Anderson and Mackenzie Weegar. +4? That's one of the best blue liners or blue lines in the NHL, without question. We don't have the 94, 95 super stud, but a 90 and an 88. In fact, did Mackenzie Weegar just grow? I thought he was 89. Fucking guy just grew up to 90 overall. All right, look what a couple of wins do and some good chemistry. Hell yeah, our power play is not minus as well, right? So we might begin to simulate a little bit better here, ladies and gentlemen. And our AHL squad, I got this guy to improve, and I got Brustovitz to improve. It's not much, right? Our AHL, we're not really worried about just yet. We will be worried about it in the future, but that's when I get my next head coach. Like, I'm going to build the foundation for the AHL big time, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we got the month of November that we want to get through now, and that's the date that I'm trying to get to before we close it off for the next video, right? I need to get more information so that we can take a look at the advanced analytics. I want to take a look around the league as well, maybe some trade bait that we can do. So let's get to it, all right? The last game that we're going to have is the Carolina Hurricanes. Let's get back to the simulation, and hopefully we can stay healthy. Up next, we got the Nashville Predators. They got a record of 3-9-0, not having a good season. The Nashville Predators, and Luke Misa, that's our AHL squad, the Calgary Wranglers. I'm just going to replace him down there. Blake Coleman has been injured with injured ribs. He'll be back November 9th, all right? So second liner. Zane Parekh is back. Dear God, man, injuries galore on a 4-1 loss to Nashville. All right, I'll be right back. All right, Calgary, so Blake Coleman out with an injury. We're going to give Samuel Honzig a chance on the second line. So we're really going to focus on the next game. Honzig with Frost and Connor Zary, right? Because I posed the question, should this guy be sent down to the AHL? So a game up against the Philadelphia Flyers. We're going to jump in. We're going to do a quick sim when we're actually in here, and I want to follow Honzig's stats, all right? First period, 1-1 game. Farabee scoring against his old team. Garnet Hathaway, my boy. How's it going, my man? Second period, 2-2 tie. Connor Zary and Sean Couturier. Third period, 3-3. Couturier and Coronado. We got to jump in. All right, Calgary, another overtime. 3v3, we're in Philadelphia. I edited the lines a little bit, so we're going to give Honzig a chance, and also Farabee and Frost on the second line. But Huberdeau going to get a shot. Samuel Ersson with the save. You know what? Right away, all right? Rasmus Anderson, Farabee, and Frost. I'm going with my coaching instincts right here. Up against Trevor Zegras and Travis Konechny. Frost, what can you do? He can lose the face-off clean. Oh, no. That's all right. Konechny in overtime. He'll just skate into the boards, all right? Yeah, Gritty. Just friggin', what's it called? Distract this guy. Farabee starts it up. The former Philadelphia Flyer runs into a friggin' Philadelphia Flyer right there. Travis Sanheim sends a no-look floaty. Farabee sends a no-look floaty right back. Morgan Frost around the outside, trying to center it right there. Trevor Zegras, a nice save. All right, you guys had your chance. Keep the lines fresh. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go with our captain, Michael Backlund, along with the fourth liner, and I asked you guys the question, should this guy be sent down to the AHL or not? What are you going to do, Samuel Honzig? Backlund, he's going to lose that faceoff. Konechny gets in there. Honzig! He was looking to take a shot right there. Couldn't unleash it. Travis Sanheim back to Philadelphia off the left side. Zayner, backhand right there. We got Cooley in the net, so it's not even Dustin Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. Our backup game, defensive zone faceoff. Got to go with Kadri here. Gotta go with Kadri. Keep the fresh legs. It's Sean Couturier and Owen Tippett. I know Couturier. Yep, he's got quick draw, ladies and gentlemen. This might not be good. But Kadri wins it against a quick draw. Good job. The dream. Huberdeau hit off the puck there. Kadri picks it up. Across the blue line, 2-on-1 forming. Kadri, rebound, couldn't get the shot. Sanheim shut his shit down. Kadri, though, in the slot, quick shot. Blocker side save. In front, Samuel Ersson, what a save. Huberdeau, you bum. You bum, Huberdeau. You were wide open in front. You couldn't put that thing home. Couturier back the other way in front, thank God. Owen Tippett couldn't get that thing out there. That was crazy. That was crazy there, Huberdeau. How did you not score? The dream! Kadri, Huberdeau, just shoot the puck, you idiot! Kadri tried to go backdoor to Huberdeau. The one-timer never happened. Back the other way come the Philadelphia Flyers. Go Mackenzie Weegar. Go Mackenzie Weegar. Go Mackenzie Weegar. Breakaway for the defenseman. Bang! Bang! Mackenzie Weegar. He buries it in overtime. We are absolute demons in the extra frame, ladies and gentlemen. Demons! We get it done in the shootout in overtime. It doesn't matter. And the Flames come in here to Philadelphia and leave with 2 points. It doesn't even matter that they got a point. They're an Eastern Conference team, baby. Mackenzie Weegar against Owen Tippett. I thought Owen Tippett has wheels. Forehand, backhand, and back of the net. All right, this guy's 90 overall. He grew. He's feeling himself right now. Woo! And that's another win. All right, Calgary, another overtime or shootout win for your Calgary Flames. We are playing, we're playing better than I thought we would be playing. 8-6 to start the year, right? So, the losing streaks, we want to try to stay away from them, but it seems like we can win games. Dustin Wolf, man, Dustin Wolf. So next up, the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're just going to do a real-time sim. And Calgary player Samuel Honzig's been injured with back spasms. Estimated return November 12th. What is it with all of our younger players getting back spasms? Zane Parekh and now Samuel Honzig. Well, are they ruining their backs from trying to carry this piece of shit franchise? Oh, Calgary Flame fans, I'm sorry for saying that. I know I'm the general manager, but you get what I'm talking about. Oh my God, what the hell is this? William Stromgren, that is down there in the with the AHL affiliates. I'll just go best lines for that. That's a 6-2 loss right there to the Columbus Blue Jackets, ladies and gentlemen. So we're winning some, we're losing some. Let me just take a look at the lineups. Do I need to change anything right here? Blake Coleman's got a lingering injury. Honzig's not in there now. Lomberg goes back. So you know what? We're actually fine. We can keep up the simulation. That's not a big loss, right? Coleman just goes right back. Up next, up against Connor Bedard, man. Spencer Knight, they are 6-7-1, are the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's see. Luke Misa is back in the AHL. So let's go best lines, get Luke Misa in there. A 3-2 loss. Not able to help out Dustin Wolf right there with some goal scoring. Blake Coleman is back. We already put him in the lineup because we did replace player, but he's back, so we don't have to change anything there. The Minnesota Wild, 9-7-0. That's a 2-0 victory. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Anytime we get a shutout for Dustin Wolf, that's nice. We want to try to beat Mika Kiprusoff on the all-time record list, right? Samuel Honzig is back, and I'll make sure to get him back in there. I'll make sure, right? So it's just going to be Lomberg out of there, Honzig back in there, and with all the changes, you just got to every now and then make sure that you're all right with the, what the hell am I on? There you go. Kadri, Frost, Huberdeau, Coronado, Weegar. Yeah, that looks good. Zary, Backlund, Parekh, Sharangovich, and Rasmus Anderson. And that all looks good. Pospisil. So I want to get Pospisil out of there for, who was it? It was Blake Coleman, right? But Pospisil is actually pretty damn good. You know what? You know what, Pospisil? You give us the +5. I'm going to leave Pospisil there. I'm going to leave him there. Johnny, Misa might be scratched in the AHL. Thank you very much. This is why we have our live stream scouts to help me out in case I forget something. This guy, Clark Bishop, doesn't need to play. He is 29, so we're going to use Luke Misa right there, and also that means Brustovich. I got to get him back up to the first line. Thank you very much for pointing that out for me. Very good, man. See, I need help. I need help with this. I need you guys to just do my due diligence for me sometimes. Next up, the St. Louis Blues with a record of 8-6-2. Just coming off a shutout, a 5-3 loss. All right, so Dustin Wolf's save percentage is good, .913, but this is more of what I expected with the Calgary Flames, right? The San Jose Sharks, 7-8-2, Pacific team. Oh, man, we got shut out 2-0. Rough stuff. All right, so we got like 15 more games before the end of this month. I wouldn't mind trying to shake up the lines a little bit here just to see what we can do. So, you know what? Coronado, you're having a good season, but I just want to switch Connor Zary here. Just for now, I want to see what we can do. I'm also going to take Coleman down. I'm going to move Sharangovich up. Hanzig, Farabee, Coleman. Yeah, that's fine. These guys here on the third line, that's fine. Defensively, Jake Bean. I'm going to give Zayner a chance on the second line with Kevin Ball. It also gives us a +2, all right? So we're going to move that up. Frost, Huberdeau. I'm going to take Frost off the first line power play, give it to Connor Zary. So we're going to throw Connor Zary in there. Anderson, Zane Perek, Frost, Sharangovich, and Backlund. Yeah, that's all fine. And we're going to go back, even though he gives us that +5. Pospisil, I'm going to take you out and go with Blake Coleman, all right? Just because it's a +4 and Blake Coleman is clearly better. So we're just going to try to change up the lines a little bit, see if we can get some fresh looks before the end of the month when we take a look at all the stats, the advanced stats, all right? So now the Winnipeg Jets, tough team, 10-5-2. Connor Hellebuck, a .921 save percentage, rough. Winnipeg, let's see what we got. That's a 4-3 loss. A tight game, though. We can be proud of ourselves for that. A tight game against a tough team. But we are starting to lose games, and our record now, 9-1-1, 9-11, man. It's not looking good. Chicago, we got to get to the end of this month quickly. 3-2, we just got to get this game to overtime, and then we can win. 3-2 win in a shootout. The Buffalo Sabres, they're above 500. The Buffalo Sabres are 11-7-2 or some shit, man. Unbelievable. All right, Buffalo, let's go. Sim to the next game. We lost against the Sabres, man. That is really bad. The Dallas Stars, 14-5-2. A good team right here. Let's see what we got. That's a 3-2 win. Let's go. Dustin Wolf, a .919 save percentage. I'm telling you, he's our X factor. We're keeping the puck out of the net. When we win those games, it's because Dustin Wolf has a great one, man. We're giving up shots, but he's doing good. The Vancouver Canucks, we beat these guys already. That's a 5-3 loss. They get their freaking revenge right there. Almost at the end of the month, ladies and gentlemen. The Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's advance against them. Let's see what we got. Come on, baby. A 6-1 loss. 11-14 and 14 regulation losses already on the year. This should be interesting, right? So, just on a side note, the Florida Panthers, obviously a stud team, and in EA Sports' NHL 26, they get the good overalls because of it. Take a look at it, right? X factors off the charts, overalls off the charts. Defensively, they got it. And the last time we took a look at goalies, Sergei Bobrovsky was all the way up there. So, if we were facing Florida in a playoff type environment, right? What would it look like? We're going to do a real-time simulation. This is the best kind of team that you could ever hope to face in the playoffs. What do we look like? We got a 5-on-3 already? What in the fuck? What did Sam Bennett do? We got 2 power play goals. What did Sam Bennett do? All right, well, whatever, man. I guess the Florida Panthers, they decided to not show up for this game. It's only Calgary. We don't have to care. Our fans don't even show up for our regular season games anyways because we're Florida. No one cares about hockey. Freaking bandwagon coat riding bastard fans over there with the Panthers, man. Let me tell you what happened here with the penalty system. Ekblad, hooking minor, and Lundell delay a game. So Ekblad took the penalty, and then Lundell, right on the penalty kill, just flipped it over the freaking glass after they won the faceoff, man. That's crazy. Goals. All right, back to the second period. Here we go. Second underway. The Calgary Flames up 3-0. Oh, there it is. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Sam Bennett. Oh, man. Oh, man. Sam Reinhart. Florida decided to turn it on, man. Come on, Dustin Wolf. You're halfway through the game. Lock it down. Shut the door. I believe in you, Dustin Wolf. Come on, buddy. 2 minutes to go, 1 minute to go. All right. Can Dustin Wolf clear this third period? Here we go. I'm just going to play it. Here we go, Dustin Wolf. All right. This is a preview for Dustin Wolf in the upcoming playoff rounds. What can he do? A power play for the another 5-on-3. Another 5-on-3. They do not score. Oh, a penalty kill. Oh, but Dustin Wolf and the penalty killers. Oh, Matthew Tkachuk, you dirty bitch. You bastard. Jake Bean. A power play late. And the Calgary Flames defeat the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Let's go, baby. I'll take it. I will take it. All right, so you know what? Dustin Wolf in the real-time sim could be nice. Let me see his stats. Even though it was an 8-8-9, it was timing of the saves, right? When we had the lead in the third, he held on to it. Not great, but if you have a team that can score goals, any goalie that's holding the other team to 3 or less, you can definitely deal with that, especially a team like Florida with all those X factors, all those overalls, right? Hell yeah. Nice job there, Calgary. All right, so sim to the next game. And ladies and gentlemen, the last game of this simulation before we break it down and start looking at all the advanced analytics, the Carolina Hurricanes. Last game in November, Kevin Ball. Whoa! Kevin Ball's been injured with an MCL sprain. Estimated return January 4th. So we're going the entire month of December without our third best defender, Kevin Ball. That's a rough one, ladies and gentlemen, but that's the NHL. You gotta have to deal with injuries, right? This is why you need a deep team. This is why you need rookies that are playing in the AHL that don't clear waivers, so you can bring guys up, send them back down, give a shot to younger players to see what they can do, right? So that's a 5-4 shootout win again, and your Calgary Flames 13-14-0. So I don't know, B+ in the season. We're not like one of the worst teams in the NHL. We started off decent. It's a weird team here, man. Weird team. Let me tell you. Let me save that. Let me save it again just in case, right? Let me save it a third time because you never know with EA Sports. Hell yeah. My OCD kicking in right now. All right. So here is where we gotta find those advanced analytics, right? We are, 27 games into the regular season. So lots of games played. We should be able to find some nuggets, some nice little stats, all right? So anything and everything, go nuts in the comment section right here, right now. So when it comes to the Pacific Division, we are in 6th, right? But we are only 3 points out of a playoff spot, 3 points out of 3rd. There's Vegas. So we have their first rounder, Vegas 14-10-1. Lots of regulation losses. We need Vegas to go on a bad run right here. Goals for per game. Let's see. We are at 270, so we're not scoring goals. That makes sense. When I look at this team, the fact that we're not scoring, that does make sense. Goals against per game, 2nd worst in our division. So the stats are telling me that we're not a good team. We're giving up way too many. We're not scoring enough. Our home record, 2-8. Our away record, 11-6. That's a little bit wacky, right? All over the place right there. Power play percentage. Let's see what we got. 10%. So our power play is dog shit. And that's the reason why our goals for per game is crap, right? We are not scoring on the power play. So we got to find a way to peak the power play a little bit. It's going to be hard because we don't exactly have the players, don't exactly have that offensive defenseman with like 95 offensive awareness, right? Same thing with the shooters on this team. That is really low. Although the Vegas Golden Knights with a 5.8% power play with Mitch Marner, freaking Jack Eichel, what the hell's going on there? Penalty kill percentage. Penalty kill is about fine. Like it's right there with everyone else, 80%. You want it to get to the mid-80s, but honest to God, when I look at the stats, it's the fact that we're not scoring. Dustin Wolf can win us a few games, but we need to get him more goal support, right? And since we're done the month, let's take a look around the NHL. The Tampa Bay Lightning, I told you, the state of Florida, they win the President's Trophies in my 10 simulation videos, right? They have 36 points. Look at the Detroit Red Wings, Dallas Stars, Florida, Toronto, that damn Atlantic Division, man. Colorado, Vancouver, Seattle. Worst teams in the NHL. Fuck! How am I going to convince them to give me Tija Ginla for Rasmus Anderson when they're the worst fucking team? We got to trade Zaner. We got to trade Zaner. I got to be like, listen, you need defensive prospects. You already got all the forwards on the... We got to trade Zaner. Zaner in a second for Tej, man. We got to... Fuck. Philadelphia, second worst. Where are we? All right, we're not at the bottom or anything. We're actually, we're like halfway. We are a freaking tweener of a team. No way, Johnny. Do not trade Zaner. I know. But I want Tej, man. I want him. Let's see. Goals for per game. Who's got the best in the NHL? Washington. Ovi's still scoring probably in this game. Goals against per game. Who's the best? Tampa. Yeah, that makes sense. 2.04. Crazy business. Best power play in the NHL. 1 every 3, essentially. Pittsburgh's up there as well. And penalty kill. What? No, never. They're shit. 98.6% penalty kill for the Toronto Maple Leafs. In what fucking universe? What? They're the slowest old core of defensemen I've ever seen. Whatever. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Goals against per game. Let's see. 2.5. They're just getting scored on 5v5. They don't let in power play goals, man. What? All right, so now Let's break apart our team and see who's doing what, all right? So Huberdeau doing what you'd expect, but -6. There's nothing I can do to change this. This is your first line. They're going up against the other team's best first line, and all we got is an 86 and an 87 in Kadri and Huberdeau. So we got to keep running with those guys, right? Morgan Frost is up there now as our second line playmaker. Frost is putting up some pretty good assists, man. Coronado, man, he hasn't scored a goal since the last time we took a look at it, right? That's crazy. Connor Zary is caught up to Coronado in goals. Sharon Govich has got 12, but a -7. The third line is getting lit up. Blake Coleman is a +6. Maybe Blake Coleman should go to the first line with Huberdeau and Kadri just to help out a little bit, right? Honzig, guys, I think Honzig should be sent back down to the AHL. He's not doing anything on that fourth line, right? Only 3 points and is a -2. Defensively, Uyghur, yeah, Uyghur's having a good season. Anderson, they're doing what they need to do. Jake Bean, Parekh, what are we going to do with Parekh? He's got himself 5 points in 22 games played, but a -8. The worst player on our team, worst defender in terms of being able to be trusted 5v5 right there, right? And goaltenders, a 911 save percentage, 310. His goals against is way up there. His save percentage, he's just getting obliterated with shots. It's not even the guy's fault, right? Let me take a look at forwards again with the shot totals here. Kadri, Coronado, yeah, you know what? That's interesting. Kadri is definitely the shooter. Coronado is now the same as an Huberdeau and a Connor Zary. I wonder if Coronado is more of a playmaking sniper, right? Just the way his shot frequency is. His shot's not even that great. It's like mid-80s. Passing is 85. Offensive awareness, 87. Maybe we got to turn this guy into a playmaker. I don't know. The shot totals really don't have shot takers on this team, man. Yeah, really don't have shot takers on this team. Now, I want to show you guys just a few examples here. Entire league, right? If we take a look at the guys who are shooting the most, Ovi's got over 100. McKinnon, Brady Tkachuk, Pasternak, Kucherov, Jordan Kyrou. Is there anyone here that we could trade for? Someone that has a lot of shots but low trade value. Bo Horvat, Nylander. It's all the best players in the NHL. See what I mean? Sean Couturier, not trading for the captain. Marchenko, Kirill Marchenko, not going to be able to steal him from Columbus. Connor Garland, Sam Reinhart, Braden Point, and all of a sudden you're down here. But what you can do is you can take a look at the AHL. Who's taking the most shots, right? Cam Lund. Who the heck? 76 overall. Drafted in the second round in 2022. A two-way forward. This guy's shooting the puck. We can also take a look at the guy shooting the puck with the lowest time on ice, right? So this guy's got 23 minutes and he's got all those shots. This guy, 17 minutes. Martin Ferk. Hey, he's on our team. Got to put Ferk on the first line. There it is. Doesn't Ferk have like an incredibly hard slap shot? I remember something about that back in the day. Chase Bradley, 14 minutes. He's up there. Is there any just huge, crazy? No, it's like the 14 minutes. So you got to find a bunch of players like this, ladies and gentlemen. So Bradley, maybe we could acquire this guy. He's 23 years of age, 72 overall. Noah Grego. There he is. Alex Nylander. Yeah, it's still too early in the season to try to find these absolute studs, ladies and gentlemen. So there's the NHL. There's the AHL. What else could we be taking a look at right here, right? The draft class. Hang on a second. Let's see if we have anything from the draft class, because I've already done my surgical scouting, but I'm only allowed to do it once at the beginning of the year. That's it. There's Gavin McKenna, medium franchise. Oh my God. Magic hands, offensive creativity, playmaking ability, similar style, Wayne Gretzky. Oh my God. I would love it. Is there any medium elites that are deep in this year's drafts? Dagno, Brongo, Larson, Boychuk, but we got to uncover them a lot more. Anybody else? 25, Villeneuve, Haskins, not really. Any low elites? Hang on. Low elites, no. Medium top sixes, no. Nah, it's still way too early for that stuff. And progress reports. Let's see if we got any progress. Mackenzie Weegar. Yeah, he grew. That's hilarious. Is that it? Honzig. Hey, he got 2 growth. Is it 2 growth? Yeah, natural growth. Honzig is growing, so maybe we should leave him here. In the system, let's see what we got. Got some growth down here, but not really from the players that I care about. Zayner is not growing also. All right, so Calgary. There it is. We've gotten year 1 season simulation underway. When we're looking good, we keep the puck out of the net. We win the 4-3, 3-2 game because of Dustin Wolf. When we're looking bad, Dustin Wolf lets in 3. He's still got a good save percentage. We don't score. We're one of the worst teams for keeping the puck out of the net. One of the worst teams for scoring. Our power play needs to be improved. Let me know what you guys think. And in the next video, we'll take it from December 1st all the way down to the trade deadline. And that next live stream, this Thursday, Thursday at 4 p.m. We're going to keep the time the same. Thursday, 4 p.m. And I will see you guys for the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed episode 2, and if you did, why don't you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, it really helps me out. We're going to be live streaming episode 3 this Thursday at 4 p.m. in Calgary. Still a lot of work to go, so go nuts in the comments section, let me know your opinions, and I'll see you all Thursday.